Hey guys, today let's see something different. Have you ever seen the names of the mechs in Mech Arena and wondered why they called it that? I certainly have. So in this video we will see about the mechs and why it was named as that. Okay, first let's start with the Paragon mech. Paragon means a perfect example of a particular quality or a model of excellence. Since this is the first mech you play with in the Mech Arena, and it's suitable and flexible for any weapons when you start out, they named it that. Next up is the Lancer. The common definition that I found out was Lancer means a soldier armed with lances, which is a long wooden weapon used in wars. I have no idea why they named it that. Maybe it also means warrior. And next up is the Puma. Puma is a wild animal, so you know. And next up we have the Slingshot. Slingshot is a small handheld weapon. Maybe the mech was named Slingshot because it's small and slightly resembles a slingshot. What do you guys think? Mention it down in the comments. Now it's Juggernaut. Juggernaut usually means huge and powerful, and hence the name for our tank. Now let's see about MD mech. MD denotes a doctor who heals people, and the mech heals other mechs, so they named it MD. The next up is the Guardian. I think this one's straightforward, so no need for a big explanation. Next, we have the Shadow mech. I think it gets its name from its ability to be stealthy, so they named it Shadow. Okay, next up we have the Ares, and this is an interesting one. Ares is named after the Greek god of war. This mech was named as Ares because it's tall, mighty, and also has a wide shield, so they named it that. Now let's move on to Stalker. The Stalker means to approach stealthily, and the mech also does that. It approaches stealthily and attacks, so hence the name. Okay, now let's move on to another interesting name, the Tengu. This name is from the Japanese folklore. It's a supernatural warrior, and it has a red face, long nose, like a mech. That's the reason for the name Tengu. Next up we have the Arachnos, and Arachnos means a spider, and the mech looks like one, so hence the name. Now let's move on to Redeemer. I think the name is due to its backtracking ability. Redeem means to get something back or compensate for a bad thing, and it redeems itself to a previous position, so that's it. Now let's look at Aegis. Once again, its name is derived from the Greek mythology, and it means a shield or protection. You know, like its ability to use the dome shield and protect others. Now let's look at Zephyr. This is a tricky one. Zephyr means light wind or west wind, and in Greek mythology, Zephyrus is a god of wind. So I have no idea why this mech was named Zephyr. I watched the Mech Arena's official spotlight to get some answers, and the only thing I was able to find was the name Wind of Destruction, which is somewhat related but not entirely. Since Zephyr means wind, maybe it's that. Or another thing is it was introduced as the breath of fresh air. So I think it's named after wind, but not entirely. Okay, now let's move on to the next mech. It's Cheetah. Cheetah is also a wild animal, but the real cheetahs can reach up to 120 km per hour or 75 miles per hour, which is not even close to the mech. So maybe it looks like a cheetah and they named it that. Next up is Panther, and once again it's another wild animal. Now we have the Killshot. Killshot has several meanings, like a devastating final blow, a shot that is meant to kill, or in sports it's an unreturnable shot, and I think all the meaning suits the mech perfectly. Now it's time for Sentinel. Sentinel is named after its tall shield. Sentinel usually means a person who guards something, and since the tall shield ability protects the mech from attack, it got its name. Now it's Orion. The Orion mech gets its name from the Orion the Hunter from Greek mythology. Surge. Surge means a sudden and powerful forward movement, like its ability Storm Dash, and so they named it that. Now let's see about Eclipse. Well, according to Google, it means this. In similar words, you can see blocking, covering, obscuring, or hiding. Maybe that's the reason, like its ability Face Cloak, so it's named after its ability. And now let's see about the brick house. This one's pretty straightforward. It means a house made of bricks.
What?
Which again means something strong and big, so which is totally suitable for the mech. Now let's see about Hemlock. Interestingly, this one's named after a toxic plant which can paralyze the ones who touch it. much like its ECM shot, which can paralyze the mechs. Okay, I have now included only the mechs that I have unlocked, so if this video does good, I will release the next part with the remaining mech names. So let me be honest, I am really sure about some of the mechs as I got it from the official Mecharinas channel, and others it's just my best guess. So if you think of any other reasons, let me know in the comments and I will pin it. And guys, thank you for watching, and if you're interested in another video, I just recently unlocked the Railgun site, so take a look at that.